don't even know what I got here. Look at your side versus my side. What's up with that? This is why his kayak weighs 3 times what mine does.
Well, like, okay, this is why we're, okay, listen, let's do an intro first before we start arguing.
But this is where the good footage comes from.
This is where the good footage comes from. All right, listen.
Wondering Electrician.
And we're getting together and we're going to talk about our gear. And that's what today's video is about. So, we'll probably argue a little bit.
A lot.
We're 30 seconds into this. 30 seconds into the video.
Okay. I want to keep it real for all of you. Keep your stuff on your side.
Alright, so, let's talk about it. God.
This is what our kayaks look like. Mine nice and trim and sleek, and yours like
but you
a Chinese
where's your
barge
hand?
going down the road. It's in here.
Okay, see, I don't have mine in the bags because I pulled it out to get it ready.
So you're saying all that would fit into that?
Well, a bunch of that would fit into that. Let's talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Okay, so, what you want to start off with first? Sleep system?
Sleep system's fine.
That's good because that's a bulk. That's a big bulky item.
Yeah, you dig through your pile, I'll just pull mine out.
And I can clear mine up real quick.
Do that.
So, I have an Ozark Trail $40 sleeping bag. They're at Walmart. They're down to 40 degrees. And it comes with this own little stuff sack that you can snatch up real tight. Now, I will say one thing.
And I have the same, so we ain't gonna about talking about.
So we ain't gonna talk about that. But, we both have dry bags. And I'm gonna say, and you tell me if you think you're wrong. I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong.
But, I didn't even say it.
Well, that's just...
I'm
going with the odds.
These are the liter bags, and these are the non-liter bags. This is 2 W's. It's probably something from China.
I'm sure it is.
But as you know, if you've watched my videos,
everything
you've seen.
Comes from Walmart or China.
No, you've seen.
Oh yeah, they are dry because he's sank everything he owns.
No matter whether it's a liter bag or a half the price knockoff bag on Amazon, it still keeps me dry. So, but that's the sleeping bag I got.
Same.
The exact same thing. They're 40 bucks. They're at Walmart. They're not bad and they're pretty compact. They're not down.
No.
So, you know, but then I also have.
But that's where the down blanket, the top foot's gonna come in. The
and
top
that's
blanket, whatever. Same.
You got the down blanket. Yeah. And that is. How'd you get a gray one? I got a purple one.
Because I bought you a gray one. You see that? Or I bought you a purple one. You see that? That's how nice I am. I buy them happy.
No, well, you got me a girly purple color.
Well, she brought.
But anyway,
back,
and what I do, I don't know if you can see it, but hopefully you can. A lot of my stuff is in individual bags to stay more organized, and then I just write down on it. So if I tell Kevin to go over into my kayak and get something out, I can just say it's in a red bag and it's got the words wrote on it.
1, 2, 3. How many more red bags do you have?
Those are the only 3 I've got. These are the Walmart bags. Do you use any of these?
Only for
Outdoor
stuff
products?
that does not matter at all.
Yeah. Like most of this is either in my dry storage in my kayak
it's gonna be
or in another dry bag. But I've got a down throw just like he's got.
Which keep very warm. I think the last trip we used these on, what was it, like 40 degrees?
Yeah, it was like 40.
40 degrees between that light sleeping bag and this on top. No problem. Never got cold.
The only time I got cold was when I woke up and it had fallen off of me on the ground. Now I've also, depending on what I want to take, but I've got an old Army style poncho liner, and I've got one of them in my dry sack, and it's just a poncho liner. It's one I had from when I was in the Army. But I got that in another bag.
Still a lot of stuff in that bag.
Huh?
There's still a lot of stuff in that bag.
Yeah, that's mostly bags.
Oh.
And like loose stuff. Stuff that I'm probably not gonna carry when it goes. Cause give me your opinion. And leave us a comment if you see something you like or don't like. Cause I'm always about taking criticism or help, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Where's your tarp?
A tarp?
Tarp.
Kelty Noah.
He got the Kelty Noah, and we can thank Pete and Brian from the River Kings, because we did a trip with them. Were you leaving already? But you can thank Brian and Pete from the River Kings because they've sold us on the Noah, the Kelty Noah
Right.
tarp.
I did have an Amazon Himmel brand, which, I mean, it works, but it's, I think it's what, 9 foot or 10 foot maybe, something
I think
like
it was
that.
10 by 10.
Yeah.
Because mine's a 10 by 10. I've got a Free Soldier,
Yeah.
10 by 10. Good tarp, very strong, very durable, but it's not as big.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the tarp, but I'm 6 foot tall, so when I try to stand up underneath of a 10 foot that's actually covering the hammock, I'm squashed all down. So.
Well, and with those, it's got the ability to tie off other pieces.
Right.
And kind of open
Yeah,
it up.
that's just got the
Where
four ties.
mine don't. And if we're kayaking in a hurricane, I'm probably gonna get wet.
That'd probably be the weekend we chose to go. Alright, so we'll go on to hammocks, right?
Okay, hammocks. Yep, I got my hammock. Mine is a Home Eco.
And mine is a Winter Outfitters. So both of them probably about the same place on Amazon. They're probably pretty much the same thing.
Mine was, I think mine are about $29.
I think that's about the same.
Yeah. And I love mine.
Yeah. I have no problems with mine. I mean, it's basically an Inu, just
Basically.
at a half the cost of the Inu.
Yeah.
It's a double hammock, everything. I mean, sleep's
Mine's a
fine with me.
double.
I've never had any problems out of it. I sleep fine in it. So.
Yeah. Hammocks, you gotta have a hammock. So hammock, sleeping bag, tarp,
Tree
so
straps.
far. Tree straps.
Tree
I've got, now my tree straps are what come with another hammock that I had. And my 8 foot, I think my tree straps are 8 foot.
Mine are 10.
6 maybe.
Mine are 10.
They're short, which really limits your ability to stretch it out to bigger trees. And also, if I had longer straps, I could hook to underneath the straps my underquilt. Because that's what I typically do, is find shorter trees and then hook my underquilt to it. Because we both have homemade underquilts.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Tasha.
Yes.
So-
And those kept us warm on the New River trip, so go back to our videos and check out the New River trip. That was a good trip.
Yeah, like and subscribe. So, same as his, only 10 foot, and they have basically a little loop every, what is that, like 3 inches to be able to hook. So, it's got a lot of adjustment. I don't have any problems with them. I know a lot of people like a lot of the other stuff with the little toggles and all that stuff, but
I don't see the
I'm
difference.
keeping it kind of simple. I mean, this is pretty fast and simple. I don't know what the problem is.
It is, and you know, I mean, I'm gonna go with longer tree straps.
Yeah, you need longer tree straps.
Just to
You've
give
had-
me a
you've
better
had to
option.
steal ours before. We had to swap off before.
Yeah, that
I
one
used one of
time
yours and you used one of mine, so
Yeah.
that you'd have to be able to reach the tree.
reached the trees.
That's
But I got tree straps. Now, I've got, and you'll see, I love to use peanut butter jars to put stuff in, because it helps protect them.
And they float down the river like you would not believe, okay?
Check out the Yadkin River trip.
Yeah, first Wondering Electrician and monkeying around trip, 10 minutes into it, about 200 feet from shore, someone goes under, and I get to play yard sale going down the river for the first time. At that point, I should have known better than to keep going with them.
But these are battery powered lights.
Just like the Enus.
Basically the same thing. And they're LEDs and they run off AA batteries.
Yeah. Walmart Christmas time.
$1.97. And you can get some Walmart lights that are.
So when you jack them up or you leave them,
you're out $2.
Yeah.
And a peanut butter jar.
no peanut butter jar.
And a peanut butter jar.
No peanut butter jar.
Let's see what else.
We do the underquilt, the last thing, the sleep system, right?
Underquilt. You open yours.
You open mine?
Yeah. And I will.
Okay.
We'll just use yours.
Now, these are not the prettiest underquilts you've ever seen. They are DIY, made by, they're sleeping bag liner too. Like what, $5 at Walmart? You got one of them?
I don't have one, but I think there's 6.
I've actually never used
something.
I've never used
I've
it.
I don't. I've got a washing machine, so I just wash my sleeping bag.
Yeah, I mean, I've just never used it. I mean, I guess because I've never been, we're not in the sand and stuff like that most times. So,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, if I was in the sand, I would want to get it in there, but usually not a problem. So, this is the DIY underquilt. And like I said, it's not the prettiest thing.
Oh, I like how you did that. Wrap the cords around,
Yeah.
holds it better in place. Good idea.
This was actually made out of a cheap, probably before Walmart was even around here, because this is the very first sleeping bag I ever owned. Just a synthetic. I mean, it's got like it doesn't pack well because it's not down or anything like that. It's an older style, but I mean, it's just cloth and, you know, like kind of a durable kind of stuff on the outside, which means you don't have to worry about getting torn and stuff like that. But what she did was she opened it up a little bit and stitched a bungee cord from one end to the other, and then a couple extra on the top. So basically, it just drapes underneath, you know, pull it up with the bungee cords, hook it a little bit with maybe a couple of carabiners just to keep it kind of tight on the corners. That's the head end right there, and it stays up nice around your back. This one you just need to close around your feet a little bit, and it does the job. Like I said, we've been in 40 degrees, and
I was warm.
in fact, on the New River, it was in the lower 40s with the wind blowing.
Yeah, and I mean, I stayed warm every night.
And we were wet that night, so
Yes.
we never had any problem with that.
We were wet.
I think what I'm going to do is actually upgrade to, I've got another one with down quilted throws or whatever. I can show it real fast.
Now my down throw, I'm in the process. Let me get it.
Get back over here and frame.
Huh?
Get back over here and frame.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming.
Okay, so these are the double black diamond down throws from Costco. They're $20 normal. I think sometimes they have them for like 15. But everybody on YouTube's making something out of these. But I think I'm going to have her turn this into an underquilt for me maybe next year, or as soon as she gets a chance to do it. But
And see, that's what I'm
see how that works out.
I've been sewing straps to my down blanket
I'm not that crafty. I'll have her do it.
to work on making me an underquilt. Because if you price out underquilts, I mean, you can find some for less than $100.
Yeah, but I kind of like to have my underquilt cost less than my kayak.
But that's the thing. If you want a down, good, compact underquilt, I mean, you're gonna spend a ton of money. Where I can, you know, I mean, what this blanket cost? $30, and a couple of hours of time sewing on it. And I'm working on putting me together a underquilt that will pack down in one of the outdoor bags.
But now, I'm a cold nature guy anyway, so if it gets much below lower 30s, I got an option. I'm probably not going to be sleeping out there anyway. I do own a house, so, you know. And last thing I got,
What you got?
I got a little packable pillow.
Oh yeah, now I got my pillow.
I picked this one up,
What's wrong with the one I got you?
I just like this one better. It's always about that. It's always about that.
I got an Adventure Ridge self-inflating pillow. I'll see if I can find a link to it, but I got these. We bought these at the beach, didn't we?
Yeah, what was that, Aldi's?
Aldi's.
Yeah.
They were $3, and it inflates and it zips up. Look here, I'll show you. But it inflates. It's self-inflating. So you just twist the nozzle and it starts to inflate. It's slow, but it zips up. where it unzips so you can fold it out, or you can fold it back. Now I zip it up and I usually have it looking like that right there. And then I'll turn around and that's what I'll lay my head on.
And mine's just a little packable travel pillow. I picked it up at some hiking store in Gatlinburg or something for like $7.
Costco probably.
It was not Costco.
Oh, okay. But that's my pillow in my sleep system. Now,
Oh, and for the hammock, I think we missed the part on the hammock of ridge lines.
yeah, ridge lines. I've got a ridge line
Tarp.
using cam jam.
Same thing. Can jam, couple of crucifix with little S-beaners on there.
And I don't have the S-beaners.
Slide the crucifix. See how it did. Look, see?
And then pull it down.
And then it won't move.
It won't move.
See how tight it is?
Let the tension off. She'll slide where you want her.
That's why he doesn't have any crucifix, because he can't tie knots.
I ain't tied them yet.
Doesn't know how.
I haven't tied them yet.
Doesn't know how. You can go ahead and say it.
But I got mine the same thing. 2 cam jams. The what? $3, $4
Something like that.
at Walmart, I think. On Amazon, they're $3 or $4. And then some cordage to go with it, and then some ridge lines in this peanut butter jar. Now I got another peanut butter jar, and that's nothing but 550 cord. And I usually just throw that in my like little day hatch.
And he
So
tells
I
the
can
difference
get to-
because this is Walmart peanut butter jar and this is Peter Pan peanut butter jar.
Actually, no, that's some kind of something my wife had.
So,
But I use a lot of peanut butter
you
jars.
want to show off your the gear hangers you?
Yes, you can do that.
Oh,
I don't
there you
have
go.
one because I keep giving mine away.
Is that where this one comes from?
That's where that one comes from. He made that one for me and I give it to you.
Oh. That must be for payback for fishing all your stuff out of the river so many times.
I don't remember when you did that, but
When I fished your stuff out of the river, check out any one of the Wondering Monkey videos. They're pretty much every one. There's something for them out.
now I also carry, I love these little Walmart bags, and I carry a spray skirt. And you can tell
It says spray skirt.
it says spray skirt on it. A little piece of duct tape.
Not quite sure why it would be in the bag if he's wearing it.
Well, if I'm not wearing it. What if I'm not wearing it? Like we didn't wear them the whole time the last trip we did. So it's in a bag, it's dry in case I flip over, or in case I have to jump in the river to get you out because you flipped over.
It's not happening.
Okay, and but then you got a spray skirt. So everything that I don't want to get wet, I put in a little bag like this, but these are not waterproof, so don't water resistant maybe. I
Maybe
say they're
splash
water resistant.
I'd say splash resistant. If you actually splash a little on there and it's not sitting in it, it's probably going to stay dry. But if you let it sit in water, it's over.
And then I put a piece of duct tape on all my bags, and then I write on there what it is: spray skirt, cooking system, sleeping system, whatever. And then I put what's in there. And then when I get done, if I want to change a piece of gear, which I've done about all year, is change what we carry. Take some alcohol and put a little alcohol in there, and it'll wipe the permanent marker off.
My spray skirt it's just a wilderness system, and it stays usually behind my seat when I need it. In case, even if we're not wearing them, and a big storm comes up, at least I just reach back there and grab it. So this is the gear hanger that Shaney boy here got me, and it's pretty much just a paracord bracelet with a bunch of hoops in it, right?
Yeah, it's this one's 10. No, I think it's, how many loops?
I have no idea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 foot of actual loops, and then every foot there's another piece of cord hanging off, where you can hang your gear up and get it off the ground. And then you got a whole lot of cord on the back side and the front side to wrap it around the tree.
And the good thing, since it's nice and thick like that, so just being a single little thing of paracord, that it doesn't really get in a knot.
No.
I mean, you just kind of fold it up like that, wrap the ends around it. Good to go. I guess it gets double for a ridge line if I lost the ridge line.
I've used this quite a bit.
Yes, he has. This has a lot of miles on it, okay?
Bilge pump.
If you see a Craigslist post or something from Shane trying to sell a bilge pump, And he says light new condition, it's such a lot.
It's not like new condition.
This thing has a lot of miles on it.
But I got a bilge pump. You've got a bilge pump, but
Same
you
thing.
carry a different brand, but it's the same thing.
Different brand, but same thing.
This is a Field and Stream. I picked it up for $16, I think. I believe it was like $16 at, where'd I get that from? Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods. Peanut butter jar of carabiners, and I always carry some baby wipes. And then I got a toolkit with some marine goop and a little blackout H2O light. Never used it. I got it years ago. Somebody give it to me. And then I got a some what's some things called?
Zip ties.
Zip ties. There you go. Some zip ties. And then I carry I'm cheap, and I carry a Ozark Trail multi-tool Leatherman Gerber kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. I got this at Walmart for $3.
Well, I have
Last Christmas.
the same, but it's an actual Leatherman, which has lasted for years and years and years.
Well, that one's
I
lasted
think it's about 15 years
a
old.
year. I've got another little, I use a bunch of little bags, and have you got any of this? Do you carry? Hold on, let me dig it out without getting everything out.
Yeah, I've got some of that too. Walmart gear tie.
I have a bunch of cord.
What do
I
you call
probably
that?
carry too much. Gear Snake?
Is that what the night eyes one is? Gear snake or something?
No, I think that's what that one is.
No.
I thought.
They have night eyes ones too, but they're about 4 times the cost of these.
I think that is, what's the company that's got the orange?
I think it's Ozark Trail stuff.
No, it's who made our little stoves we had that we don't carry anymore? Universal Survival Technologies.
Yeah, that's UST.
UST, yeah.
It does the same thing as the night eyes. You just, there you go.
Gear Snake.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's real easy to take a piece off and get your little Leatherman and crimp or cut it if you need a little short piece to wrap something around, whatever. These come from back in June, July. We put on a trip, the Get Your Paddles Wet trip, 2017. We did 3 days down the river, and we kind of opened it up to the public. And we had 2 guys come with us that super nice guys, John and Timmy. And it was what, 2 or 3 weeks later, a month later?
Yeah, something like that.
They sent each one of us one of these. And these lights are solar powered, rechargeable. They're called Lucy. They're inflatable.
And we just put them on, like on mine, I clip it on the deck of the kayak after the, after the day we use them, like for a multiple day trip, I'll clip it on there the next day. Let it just sit there. I mean, it's waterproof, so it just sits there and charges all day long, but the battery will actually last, I think on high. I think they last all night. I'm pretty sure I've seen one of us left them burning all night long before.
I've used them all night long.
Yeah.
And then it'll charge right back up, and super neat little
Pretty
thing.
cool.
I've seen them online for like $20.
Something like that.
But it's a neat little thing because it's waterproof, and if it blows up, it floats. Which I'm always about the stuff that floats.
Mm-hmm. So, what chair?
Okay. I've got, mine is the Ozark Trail from Walmart backpacking chair. And it's
Mine's full of dirt.
You didn't
Look
clean
at
it
that
up.
Jack and River dirt right there.
You didn't clean it up. Since you,
That's not been taken out evidently since the last trip.
But both of our chairs are the same. Mine was $14, $15 at Walmart, and it's the same concept.
Same concept, different brand. Just like hundreds of other chairs like that. You just, folds up a little bit back here, hooks up nice and easy. Ashby? I don't know.
Where's the bag?
Right here. It says Ashby.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Ashby then.
But I do like how the bag on mine opens up, because it opens up full width. You don't have to stuff anything down in there.
Yeah.
And then as you saw when I took it out, you basically, after you fold it up, just roll it up in there inside of itself, and you know, get dirt on everything you have.
They have really little bitty nubs on the feet.
I don't have a problem with it.
And when you're a short fat guy, like I am, well, we'll just say that you tend to sink a little bit when you're on a sandy riverbank.
Got a few videos of him rolling backwards, I think. Again. I know I got pictures of it.
Let's see here.
But since it opens up on the side,
Now, when I go on a trip,
it's pretty simple to get back in.
when I go on a trip and I'm not, and I don't lose my fishing rod.
How many fish have you caught on trips with me?
I've got a little Pelican box and a little pair of pliers, and that's what I carry in my fishing kit. I've got some lures and that kind of stuff in my fishing kit. I'm not a fisherman by no way, shape, or form, but on the Get Your Paddles Wet trip, Timmy caught us catfish and bass. Yeah, catfish and bass that we had for supper that night. Do you carry a saw?
I carry a machete.
You got a machete. I carry a little saw. It's this is an old saw. It's rusty as crap. It's been used a bunch. And I've also got a little piece of 550 cord, so I can tether it.
Because we lost a lot of stuff.
And then I've got me a knife. You know, I've heard people say just carry a pocket knife and that's enough. I like a little bigger knife, especially for like splitting firewood. If you're gonna have to split
machete
some
for
firewood.
bushwhacking, because a lot of times when we get to the campsites and overgrown and stuff like that, we try not to cut down anything too vital, as far as like weeds and things like that. You know, if the grass is knee high, it's not gonna hurt to cut it down.
Tent stakes.
So you don't use gloves, right?
I don't. I've not picked up no paddle gloves.
Oh, well I do. These are NRS, and I found that if you don't use them, at least for me, that by the end of the day, after about, I don't know, you get around 10 to 15 miles, you'll your hands will start to get a little sore on you just from the paddle rotating and stuff like that. And it's not so bad that you can't stand it or anything, but I mean, for 20 bucks, why not make sure that you don't have that issue?
I had blisters on the new river trip.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of push. The only bad thing about, which they still work obviously when they're wet for that, but the only bad thing is if it is cold when you're using them and they get wet, they stay wet. So, I mean, they're not real thick, they'll dry out in 30 minutes on the deck of the kayak.
Now I have a Chinook, and we'll, if you can see, probably can't see, but
Show that camera.
is that a better camera?
GoPro.
Okay. I have a Chinook deck bag that I put on the top of my kayak, and I put day stuff in there. Snacks.
A lot of snacks.
Some granola, some Slim Jims, that kind of thing. I'll put day stuff in there, and then like just little things that I might need during the day that I don't want to dig into the kayak to get if we stop and take a break. But I have a Chinook deck bag that I put on top.
My wife got me these, and I like them, especially when there's cold weather stuff. But these are actually waterproof socks, and they don't make your feet sweat and things like that, which I was afraid they would. I wore them on the last trip for the couple days we were out there, especially at night and stuff, and when we were getting in and out of the boat. But they actually work. I mean, your feet will still get cold in them, but they don't get wet and they don't sweat. So I didn't have any problem. I've heard people say that all kinds of negative stuff, but I like them. So.
All right, so when we go on the river, Kevin usually brings about 1.5 cases, 2 cases of Monster. I just bring water. I've got a 4-liter MSR Dromedary bag, and then I have a this one's 2-liter or 3-liter, I can't remember what the bladder is inside of it, but a Camelback. And typically I just strap both of them to the top of the kayak, especially this one because this one's got the tube on it, and I can just.
See, I like the MSR. I have just a regular small Camelback, kind of like that right there, and all I really do is carry enough water for our meals and stuff like that. 2 liters will last me 3 days probably, but I do like this one, and I've been looking at getting one of these just because of your spout stuff, because I don't really drink out of mine, so having that little spout right there that'll basically pee it out, that's pretty nice.
That is good because it's got some cord. You can just hang it up, and you've got a hand washing station down here. That's the one thing. The only negative I'll say about the MSR bag, they're hard to clean up. When you get through with the trip and you're trying to clean up, they're a little difficult to clean up.
Well, the reason with our Camelbacks is actually keep bacteria from growing in there after you rinse them out. So like you can't really dry them all the way out. So we actually put them in the freezer and keep them frozen.
Yeah. Now I do that sometimes when
So that way they're clean and then they're in the freezer. So
for some of my camera gear, I've got a Pelican hard case that I use, and this thing is completely waterproof. When I flipped on the New River and sunk my boat, everything stayed dry in this.
And I use pretty close to the same thing as Apple products. But obviously, with 3 and 4 day trips, we're gone for a while. It takes quite a few batteries. That's part of the ones for the Olympus. And then I've got a little USB charger where I can charge 2 or 3 batteries at a time. And then I have the RAV Power. I think this was 2800 or 28,000.
And I've got the smaller RAV Power.
Which this will actually charge my phone. I end up messing around using this one around the house a lot when I just charge my phone for some reason.
I use mine to keep the battery good. Drain it down, charge it up, drain it down, charge it up.
This will probably charge my phone, which is a pretty good size phone. But this will probably charge my phone. I mean, I probably charge from 30% to full. I don't know, probably 5 or 6 times at least before it ever dies.
I got 3 bags left. This is my cockpit cover. I carry a cockpit cover, and I tell everybody to carry a cockpit cover because you get up in the morning, you ain't got to worry about bugs.
One of the snakes in my cockpit.
Snakes, anything crawling up in your cockpit at night while you're sleeping on the side of the river.
So just a Frog Togs rain jacket. Folds up pretty nice, goes in there, no problem. Pretty cool with that. While we're talking about the batteries and the cameras, all right, we're filming with the Olympus TG 870, which both of us, I think you're on like what, 3rd one now, something like that?
It's my second
one. I'm still on my 1st one. The only thing about those is the threads for mounting them to the to the tripods and stuff are made of plastic, and
I've heard of several people that have stripped out their threads.
Yeah.
I did one on my first camera. You did one on your camera.
Yeah, one of mine stripped out.
Another guy watched, he's done one.
Yeah. So, but other than that, pretty good cameras. And actually, I've been using this one, as you can see by how the sun's actually faded the plastic off the top of that one and stuff. But this is Ion Air Pro 2, and it actually was originally bought for my helmet on my motorcycle and stuff. But this actually takes incredible pictures and has decent sound. But
Headlamps?
Headlamps.
Okay, on my headlamps, I carry my headlamp in a peanut butter jar. Just, it protects it, man, it protects
Just
it.
get through with peanut butter jar.
And then inside the peanut butter jar, I got an extra set of batteries taped up, ready to go in my headlamps.
It's cold out here. Get through this. It's snowing outside.
It's snowing
There's 2
outside.
inches of snow on the ground outside. That's why we're not kayaking today. That's why we're making the video about gear.
So I have the Princeton Tech headlamp.
And is that like a name brand or is that like a knockoff?
No, it's a name brand. It's they're like $30, give or take. They're not rechargeable. They run off AAA's. I got mine for Christmas last year, and the reason why I went with a battery powered versus a rechargeable.
I only have so much power in one of these.
When you're on the river for 4 days,
a lot easier to swap a battery out.
Yeah, I can swap a battery out and throw the old batteries in the bottom of the kayak, keep going. But I carry mine in a peanut butter jar.
And mine is a black.
Did I tell you I carry mine in a peanut butter jar?
Wait. Mine is a black diamond spot. Yeah, spot. And it's waterproof. And
That one is, I'm pretty sure.
and dimmable, and it's actually got the little touch dim thing on the side. I always mess up how to do it, but there it goes, pretty bright. And of course it has red and all that stuff, but you just tap it and it's supposed to go bright, but I never can hit the right spot. So, but that was a birthday present from my wife again, who gives awesome presents. So this is mine, black diamond spot. Takes batteries too, it's not rechargeable, but I really like this one.
I just can't go with a rechargeable. Now, I also carry, and I've only used it once or twice. I did a video on it, a little review, but the MSR Sweetwater filter. The thing I like about this is it's just a hand pump filter. But the thing I like about it is it comes with a cap that'll fit onto your MSR drum dairy bag. And you can pump straight from the river into your bag.
So how much was that?
I actually got this one on sale. I found it at Gander Mountain or one of those shops, and I got it on clearance for $24.
Really?
Yes.
Because I saw them before and they were pretty expensive. That's why I haven't gotten one yet. All I have is like a life straw. What is that? You know, the little bag, life straw thing.
Yeah. Sawyer.
Yeah.
Mini Sawyer.
Mini
Now I've
Sawyer.
got one of them in my survival kit. And I carry this just because if I need to pump out of the river, I'm using it for cooking anyway, so I'm going to be boiling it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, it's going to be clean when I get done.
So this is my. We'll get to the jet bowl and stuff in a minute, but this is my little mess kit thing. It's a light mount battery. Another great present for my wife. But it's just got a couple different little containers in there to put stuff. A little collapsible cup.
Now, when we did the New River trip, we took maps. And what we did was, we printed off maps, we laminated them, and then we hole punched them, and we put some carabiners in them. The only problem we found that was if your kayak tips over and you get water on your map, where you punch the hole in it, water seeps into it and destroys your map.
I didn't have any problem. Mine was like the day I printed them.
I did. I ran into an issue. So I picked up the large seal something.
Seal line?
Yeah, it's a map. It's waterproof, and it's got little D-rings on the ends where you can.
It says seal line right here.
Oh, does it? Okay, yeah, seal line there. All right, so that's my map case. Plus, I got a I picked this up at an Army Navy store.
So are you carrying all this in that kayak?
No, I'm not carrying all of it. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to carry. Now I've got an old map case, and it's an old surplus Army map case, and it's been used because somebody's wrote on it. I carry now a GPS. We're trying to come up with a way to get us out of a worst case scenario. They make things like the Rescue Link, or what's that orange one?
Spot.
The Spot, yeah. Different things. They're expensive, and some of them require a subscription. So you have to initially buy the piece of equipment and then turn around and pay for the service that comes along with it later on. Some of them don't. Some of them are expensive. The Rescue Links you can find them $200 to $300, $400 depending. The Spots are like $150 plus then another $150 for, the subscription. But I carry a GPS now, so that way at least I know where I'm at if I need to get some kind of help or something like that. So I do got a GPS with us from now on. And I carried this on our last Yadkin River trip. You take the jet bull.
Yeah.
I'll take this one.
We have an identical jet bowl. Which
I got my spices. And I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh, that's oil.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of oil.
So,
And I got a little Blue Bay, Old Bay, a little Old Bay seasoning for some fish, and a little salt and pepper if we catch it.
we'll go through everything on the jet boat because most everybody either seen one or has one, whatever. But these are jet boat flash, and it's got the little stand for your fuel, the small fuel tank, the diffuser and stuff's on the bottom of the cup, the burner, little measuring cup, little heat indicator right there. What is that?
That's
not on mine. That's not on mine.
That's a little scrubby pad
No,
to scrub your
just for
stuff
water.
up.
You don't have to worry about it. All right, so that's been the gear review, I guess we have for what the differences in what we take and the same things that we take and all that. So let us know in the comments what you think.
I figure I'll probably drop.
Someone's called.
I don't have service. How's my phone ring? Hold on, Wondering Monkey show.
All right, so that's been our gear talk and stuff like that for this time. Let us know what you think. Maybe we can do some more. If there's
Leave a comment.
something you want to see more of or more in depth or whatever, comment and let us know. Between the two of us, there's a pretty substantial stack of gear over here. Not all of it goes on every trip, and things are kind of picked between, and I think Shane's going to slim his down a little bit, but let us know what you think. Like and comment. If you don't have your Wondering Electrician sticker yet, let me know.
Or get your paddles wet sticker. All I
And,
got's pink with me right now, so
yeah.
I have pink for the girls.
Let me know what you got, or if you want one, we'll get one sent out to you. I know several of you already got. I think I've got some going out to Australia now.
I just sent mine out to Australia the other day.
One in England or something like that, over in the UK. And
I don't have
some
a UK one.
Ohio, I forget where we sent them out to, but sent out quite a few of them here lately. Working on a new logo, new design. I think
The Wondering Monkey.
the Wondering Monkey Productions, just for some of our joint ventures and stuff like that. But that's being put together, and I think it's gonna change things a little bit. We'll have some new stickers and logos and stuff like that. And I kind of put that out there and on Facebook.
Yeah,
You
that
can
was
check
on
it out.
Facebook.
You
We
can
got some.
kind of check it out and see what you think about that. Let us know what you think about the new logo. Make sure you check us out on Facebook.
We're both on Facebook. I'm facebook.com/monkeyaround, and you're just
The Wondering Electrician. Yeah.
on Facebook. Both of us have pages. Send us a message if you want to come paddle with us.
We'll be probably doing another video soon on some trip ideas and things like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's about 2 inches of snow dropping right now outside, so
We're
that's
not paddling today.
We're not paddling today. You know, I know a lot of people that are going to say that they paddle in this and stuff, but we from down south, we don't do this.
No, this is cold.
Yeah, this is cold.
I don't paddle.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Tell us where you're from. I like seeing that when people leave a comment and say, "Hey man, I like this," or "I like that," or "You're an idiot," or whatever. But I'm from blah blah blah. Leave a comment and tell us where you're from.
Yeah, and if you're from around here, holler at us, and we make several trips a year. So I mean, we don't never mind anybody coming along with us. So
Like and subscribe. Check us out. Monkeying around.
Wondering Electrician, and this is Wondering Monkey Productions.
Go get your paddles wet.
See you next time.